Now in this question, we need to again calculate how many times this loop is going to be run, and whatever number we are going to find out, that is going to be the time complexity of this program. So as I told you how we need to proceed, we need to, in case of nested loop, what we need to check, whether these two loops are independent to each other or they are dependent to each other. So we'll find out whether these two loops are independent or dependent. So let's find out the first one. This first outer loop is going to run how many times? N times. 1 to n. Now think about this one. This inner loop has no business with outer loop. This is also an independent loop because it is going to start from 1, it is go up to n, and the value of j is, this is the important point, the value of j is getting modified by multiplying by 3. Refer to the last video. Whenever we have these kind of question, the complexity we are supposed to have log n base 3. So since these two loops are independent to each other, so how do you calculate the complexity? Simply multiply these two. So we'll have n log n base 3. This is going to be the time complexity of this program. These two are independent, so we have calculated how many time outer loop is going to run, how many time internal loop is going to run. Complexity can be calculated by multiplication of these two, and that's all, work is done. Simple. Thank you. We'll see the next example. Now see question number 1 and question number 2. First, try to calculate the complexity of the first problem. This is a simple for loop. One for loop is given. That means the complexity is going to be dependent on the given for loop. How many times this for loop is going to run, that is going to be the time complexity of this particular program. Now, most of the people will get confused how this is going to happen. This is a simple loop. A is equals to 1, a square less than equal to n, a plus plus. If something is written in this form, a square must be less than equal to n, can I write that a less than equal to root n? Is this fine? Yes, we can do this. And the moment you will do this, you will get to know that this can be written as a less than equal to root n. Now you can easily tell me that how many times this loop is going to run? Root n time. So complexity is going to be what? Order of root of n. As simple as that. So this is the complexity of the first program. Now check the second one. This looks bit difficult, but whatever methodology I told you, you need to simply follow my instructions. Whenever nested loops are given, simply check whether all these loops are independent to each other or they are dependent to each other. If they are independent, nothing to do. Simply calculate the time complexity of each and every loop and simply multiply those things. That will be the time complexity. If they are dependent to each other, then you are supposed to unroll and we need to find out complexity manually. Now check this one. This loop, the values of a is getting started by n by 2 and it will go up to n. Now you tell me how many times this is going to run. N by 2 to n, that means how many times this is going to run? N by 2. Because n by 2 plus n by 2 will make what? N, and you can see it is starting from n by 2, it is going up to n, so definitely the outer loop is going to run how many times? N by 2 times. The same concept is here. Second loop, b is equals to 1, b less than n by 2, b plus plus. There is no relation with the first loop. So this is also an independent loop, and here just opposite of that. If we are starting with 1, we are going up to n by 2. So b is also going to run how many times? N by 2 times. So outer loop A is going to run n by 2 times. The inner loop B is going to run n by 2 times. Now think about C, third loop. First of all, is this third loop is dependent to any of the outer loop? No, because starting with 1, it is going up to n. The value of c is going to be modified by multiplication of 2. And you are very much clear about this, how to calculate complexity of such problem. Whenever the value of c is going to be multiplied by 2, you can easily say, yes, the complexity of the third loop is log n base 2. So C loop is going to run these many times. Now calculate the time complexity of this overall program. What we need to do, we need to multiply the time complexity of all 3 loops. So you will get n by 2 multiplied by n by 2 multiplied by log n base 2. So you will get n square by 4 log n. And I told you, whenever you have such cases, you can ignore these terms. So you can write in general n square log n is going to be the time complexity of this particular program. This point is clear? In the same way, we are going to see some more example. Now what your role is very challenging. I will try to pick different courses from different questions from different platform, but you are also responsible to make this video interactive. So how we are going to proceed, you are supposed to throw your question in the comment box, or you can write your question at the given email address amitgateclasses@gmail.com, so that I can cover all those questions also. So every Sunday I'm going to pick this question from the student, and then I'll be making specific video based on student feedback. Thank you.